You cannot ask for a better day here in Charm City. Absolutely gorgeous. A perfect day for baseball. It is time for baseball as Pix 11 presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the first of three from Oriole Park at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with Ken Singleton and Al Leiter. I'm Michael K. Yankee offense very sluggish first 5 games of the season, and then last night, everything was good again.
Well, they got it going very early in last night's ballgame against the Boston Red Sox, the finale of the 3-game series, and the Yankees did salvage the last game. Started in the first inning. Alex Rodriguez, a double to the gap. That's going to score 3 runs. The Yankees were off and running in the first inning, and they weren't finished. Chase Headley reaches the seats, second deck homer. Second time he's been up there this year. And the next hitter was Stephen Drew. He's going to reach the seats as well. Maybe not quite as far, but the same result. It's a home run. The Yankees score 7 in the first. And for good measure, Brian McCann hits the 200th home run of his career. That came in the 8th inning as the Yankees win 14-4.
And what a difference a night makes. Last night they scored 14 runs. The first 5 games combined 17. They hit 193 the first 5 games, 233 last night. Home run 6 the first 5 games, 3 last night. But the important number, boy, if you hit 600 with runners in scoring position like they did on Sunday Night Baseball, you'll win a lot of games. All right, tonight, let's take a look at the starters. For the Yankees, it's Michael Pineda, and for the Orioles, it's Wei-Yin Chen. Al, Pineda in spring training was outstanding. His first start, he did well.
Michael Pineda's been excellent. I mean, you mentioned about spring training, really since he's been a Yankee. In spring training, how about this? 19 innings, 1 walk, 23 strikeouts. That change up there, I think, has made him evolve as a 3-pitch pitcher. He's got the great slider, the changeup down in the zone's got great bite to it. And you look at the difference, that high fastball, the good slider, as he did here to Batista, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, and an eventual 4-3 Yankee win.
All right, battle of 2 teams in the American League East. We are closing in on baseball. In a moment, you know the deal. Lineups, first pitch, baseball next, right here on Pix 11. They're exchanging the lineups at home plate, beginning of a 3-game set. The Orioles are 3-3 coming into this game. The Yankees are 2-4. Orioles lost yesterday to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays got off to a very good start of the season with impressive series wins against the Yankees and the O's. So both these teams trying to get straightened out right now. But that game last night, Kenny, Joe Girardi usually doesn't say things like this, but he said before the game this is a very important game despite it being the 6th game.
Well, the team came through big time, scoring 7 runs in the first inning. You're playing division rivals, first of all, and you don't want to be swept by the Boston Red Sox in your home ballpark. So the Yankees did get it together. Every starter had at least 1 hit.
Well, we will stay and enjoy our national anthem here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and we're just moments away from the first pitch of tonight's ball game. Now let's throw down to Ashley Parker Angel, who is starring in Wicked here in Baltimore, and Ashley will sing our national anthem.
Hippodrome Theater through April 26th. Ashley Parker Angel, who will now honor our nation with his rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Hyundai, who invites you to get in your comfort zone with the most advanced Elantra yet. Visit your Hyundai dealer today. By Verizon Fios, the fastest, most reliable internet. By the generously appointed Lexus ES and ES Hybrid. By McDonald's. Stop by McDonald's today for the new 100% third-pound burgers starting at $4.99. Price and participation may vary. By the United Mileage Plus Explorer card. And by your Tri-State Ford dealers. For great deals on Ford cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers, visit tristateford.com. All right, so the Orioles have taken the field. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, which is brought to you by Land Rover Above and Beyond. A couple of important players getting rest. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field will lead off. Batting second and playing left field, Brett Gardner. Carlos Beltran will DH. He'll bat third. Cleaning up first baseman Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez will get his first start at third base this year. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing right field, Chris Young. John Ryan Murphy will catch. He'll bat seventh. Hitting eighth, the shortstop, D.D. Gregorius. And Gregorio Petit, the second baseman, will bat ninth. So no Stephen Drew and no Chase Headley in the lineup tonight against Wei-Yin Chen.
On the mound, Wei-Yin Chen, a 29-year-old left-hander from Taiwan, making his second start. You see the 6.23 ERA. That was against Tampa Bay. Couldn't get out of the fifth inning. Left-handed pitcher puts the ball in play. Let's take a look at his scouting report. Here's a guy that really has ended up being a front-end type pitcher. Said yanked. He's 2-4 in his career. 9 starts against the Yankees with a high ERA of 5.44. Particular, Ellsbury's hit him well, and also Gardner. Changes speeds, contact pitcher. I mentioned that last year, 185 innings. He had 193 hits allowed, 23 home runs. He does put the ball in play. And I say take it to the front end. Chris Tillman is their number 1. And Wei-Yin Chen with that 16-6 ERA, 16-6 record last year with the 3.54. He's really shown himself as a guy that could pitch in the front end. Nice pitcher.
All right, so the Yankees 2-4. The Orioles are 3-3. The beginning of a 3-game set. And the first of 19 games between these two teams. Ellsbury is ready. Wei-Yin Chen is ready. And now he steps off, so he's not ready.
Oh, Michael.
Now, let's do it here in Baltimore. First pitch is low, and we're underway.
Your timing cadence off a little bit.
Did
there,
you ever shake off a first pitch out? Isn't that decided in the clubhouse?
Yes.
1-1.
Al, you mentioned the high ERA against the Yankees for Chen. It's 5.44. That's his highest against any opponent. So he has struggled against the Yankees. And as you said, 2-4 in his career. But he's pitched well here at Camden Yards. He was 8-2 at this ballpark here last year. So he doesn't mind the friendly confines.
Ellsbury grounds one sharply to second. Scope is there. 1 away. Let's take a look at the Orioles' entire defense, brought to you by McDonald's. In the outfield, it's De Aza, Jones, and Pierce left to right. Jones a Gold Glove winner. In the infield, Machado, Cabrera, Scope, and Davis third to first. Caleb Joseph behind the plate, and we told you all about Wei-Yin Chen on the mound. Machado, coming back from another knee injury, has been extraordinary at third base. Brooks Robinson, the legendary third baseman of the Orioles, told Buck Showalter, this guy does things that I couldn't even dream about doing. This is Brooks Robinson. So that's how impressive this kid is at third base.
Look out. Gee.
And Gardner gets plunked.
Maybe should have backed off again. We take a look at this pitch, and the target is inside, but the ball is. Did Gardner get hit in the wrist the other day?
Yeah,
Michael? Yeah, he did. So that's the second time within a week that Brett Gardner's been hit on the right wrist, and hopefully no damage. He'll be all right. And, keep getting hit in the same spot. And speaking of Brooks Robinson, I did play with Brooks towards the tail end of his career, and he still was the best fielding third baseman in the league at an advanced age. But Manny Machado has a better arm than Brooks Robinson. Brooks had great range, fantastic quick hands, but Manny got a stronger arm.
Now with Gardner at first, a threat to go, but the Yankees have not really run the bases well this year. They have 2 stolen bases in 6 attempts. That's not going to get it done.
We talked about the Yankee offense coming alive last night. 16 hits. Every starter had at least one. And Carlos Beltran had his first multi-hit game of the season. He was 2 for 4 and drove in a run.
And he came into that game 2 for 20. And they need him to hit.
Well, that last game, guys, really helped the homestand really offensively. You look at it. That's 7 runs they put on the board in the first inning yesterday. Just collectively, I mean, it's hitting is contagious. There's no doubt about it. You pass the baton, guys feel comfortable. If it's not you doing it, somebody else is doing it.
Ground ball to Machado. There's 1, and there's 2. And around the horn, 5-4-3 double play up at that of Beltran. The Yankees nothing, and the Baltimore Orioles coming to bat. Pineda against this Oriole lineup, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Alejandro De Aza in left field leads off, batting second. Right fielder Steve Pearce. Chris Davis, the first baseman, will hit third. Cleaning up center fielder Adam Jones. Travis Snyder, the DH, is going to bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing third base, we talked about him, Manny Machado. Jonathan Scope at second base will bat seventh. The number 8 hitter is the shortstop Everett Cabrera. J.J. Hardy on the DL. And Caleb Joseph is going to catch, and he'll bat ninth.
25-year-old right hitter Michael Pineda from the Dominican Republic, having one start under his belt. Great spring training, mentioned at the Open. The 6 innings and eventual 4-3 Yankee win. The 1 walk, very impressive. Tax the zone. Let's take a look at the Hyundai keys to the game for Michael Pineda. I mentioned that Birdman, how about this, in 4 career starts, 2 of them were with the Mariners. He's got an ERA of 1.78. Very impressive. And you look at slider, difference maker. I'll tell you what, this guy's got a dominant slider, but then that just rolls right into emerging as a true 3-pitch pitcher, Kenny. I love his changeup. His fastball is explosive. If he could get that third pitch where he believes in it consistently, wow, you talk about turning over a lineup and making a start easier because you have another go-to secondary pitch.
Yeah, that changeup really can have hitters out in front. They take some funky swings against him.
And the pitch to De Aza is a strike.
De Aza came over from the White Sox tail end of last year, and looks like he's found himself a home.
There's a base hit to left center field. De Aza is on. Why don't we check out the Yankee defense, which is brought to you by the all-new Kia Sorento. Gardner, Ellsbury, and Young left to right in the outfield. That's a good defensive outfield right there. Rodriguez, Gregorius, Petit, and Teixeira third to first. Murphy behind the plate, and Pineda is on the mound. Here's Steve Pearce. The Yankees made a roster move before the game. They designated right-handed pitcher Kyle Davies for assignment. And they signed Joel De La Cruz to a major league contract and then put him on the 25-man roster. So the Yankees are going to play with that bullpen until it's rested and they don't have to keep sending people up and down. So that's 3 different pitchers they've used on 3 different days. And they've all worn number 40, so that's kind of like the scarlet number.
Yeah, right. You don't want 40.
The next guy gets called up to ask for a different number.
Remember when Steve Sachs was signed by the Yankees? He asked for number 3 because that's what he wore at the Dodgers.
Okay.
And he was told, well, that's Babe Ruth's number. And Sachs's reply was, he's not using it. He got number 6.
I was going to ask, how did that work out?
Not too well for him. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Got it. A tag by Petit. Good throw by Murphy.
Coming out of the chute right here, John Ryan Murphy comes quick. You see the transfer, and Pearce stayed in the way. He was still in the batter's box. Nice tag applied by Petit. Yeah, he got him. Strong throw. De Aza getting him.
Baltimore not really a stolen base type team. If there's certain guys who might go, De Aza is one of them, but they only have 1 steal on the season in the first week. They do lead the league in home runs. That's what they do. Nice play by John Ryan. Just came right out and just right over the top. Throw was true, held its line, just dropped the tag on it.
2-2 to Pearce. High fly ball left field. Gardner, 2 outs.
Take a look at John Ryan Murphy after Brett Gardner makes his catch here for out number 2. Boom, you're right. Pearce was in the box, and he did lean back, but he didn't do him any favors by completely getting out of the way. Didn't matter. John Ryan Murphy focused. You know, that sends an early message, too, doesn't it? In this ball game and maybe in this series if John Ryan gets in another ball game.
Here's Chris Davis. And there's a strike. That pitch was 92 miles an hour. Tonight's high-speed pitch comes from Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
That pitch right there, Kenny. That offset. Now, his fastball cuts, that 92-mile-an-hour fastball previously. Look at the movement. Look at the horizontal dip to this, where it looks like it's about thigh high and ends up being in the dirt. That's a great pitch.
And another pitch in the dirt. Murphy gets the angle, so it's a strikeout, put out 2-3. No runs, a hit, no errors, and because of the caught stealing, nobody left. We go to the second. Nothing. And you'll have the middle of the Yankee order coming up against Wei-Yin Chen, Teixeira, A-Rod, and Chris Young.
Yeah, looking it over today, Teixeira's got a 4-game hitting streak, but he's not really hot. He's had 1 hit in each game. So maybe he's starting to percolate a little bit.
Three infielders on the left side for Teixeira.
We're talking about the Yankee outburst last night. 16 hits, got the team batting average up to 233, which is, no great shakes. But when I looked at the rest of the teams in the league, the next team on the list below the Yankees, Seattle's hitting 201 as a team. Minnesota and Texas both hitting 197. And Houston hitting 195 along with the Angels hitting 195. So this is like an epidemic. Nobody's really hitting the ball.
Well, you know what? You say that, Kenny, and there's some thought within baseball that because of the dominating pitching, is this an aberration? Is it a period of time in the game? Or is there really a problem if you want more offense?
I was talking to Buck Showalter
As
about
we
it
see
today.
the shift here, Michael. That's also another discussion.
That's a big deal, and Showalter said it's hard to get position players. He said, let's say you have 30 draft picks. It seems like 23 of the guys you select are pitchers. He said there just aren't a lot of position players available or playing the game. Fly ball to left for the first out.
But then I look.
Well, this is Alex's first reception he gets on the road, and of course they're in Brewers, and he expects that. At Yankee Stadium, the reception's been very warm, and why not? Look at the numbers he's put up. He has 6 ribbies, had a bases loaded double in the first inning yesterday, a home run, on base percentage of .417, so he knows he's going to get booed on the road. Fouled away.
Well, he's going to Tampa Bay from here and then to Detroit on this lengthy road trip for the Yankees.
25 road games in the next 35 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see May 1st, Kenny. That's one to circle on your calendar when the Yankees go to Fenway Park.
Well, we know what his reception is going to be in Texas in July, just like it has always been. The same thing in Seattle. I was going to say about the hitting. On the other end of the spectrum, you got the Detroit Tigers hitting .355 as a team. The first 4 hitters in the league, top hitters, are all Tigers. One thing Alex has had is pretty good control of the strike zone so far.
And he goes down and strikes.
Good slider from Chen after a few fastballs up in the zone. That's a good pitch. Looks like a fastball. That's the whole intent of his slider, unlike a curveball. A little bit slower than Chen's fastball. Fastball's around 90, his slider's at 86-ish. Good pitch.
Well, here's Chris Young. 3 hits in 10 at bats. Home run, 3 ribbies, and that one's fouled back to the screen.
You know, one of the points we should make is that if your average is down low this particular time of the year, 2 or 3 good games in a row, and you're about where you want to be, maybe even better.
Drive to left field. Diaz back, still looking up. See ya! Home run, Chris Young. Yankees on the board. They lead 1-0.
For Chris Young, that's his 2nd home run of the season. He had a 3-run shot the other day at Yankee Stadium. And as Michael said, we got a beautiful night here in Baltimore. This is more conducive to hitting. Hanging breaking ball, hanging curve. And usually in a friendly place for hitting as Camden Yards, this can happen in a hurry. Out of the ballpark, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
Here's Murphy. Machado deep and about 10 feet off the line at third. Murphy takes outside.
This is one of those ballparks. I don't know, Al, if you would have liked it here.
No, I know I didn't. I like watching. No, especially in the summertime. You know this, guys. The ball flies here.
Popped up, right side. Long run for Davis, and he makes the play for the final out of the inning. But the Yankees take the lead. A hanging breaking ball, a little sign on it. Crush me if you can. And that's exactly what Chris Young did. 1-0 Yanks. garage sales event now at your Honda dealers. That is not a Honda. That's the Seaport Taxi. And they have that in the Inner Harbor, which is a big tourist attraction here in Baltimore and a couple of blocks away from the ballpark. 1-0 Yankees lead. And Adam Jones steps in. Orioles did not have a great spring, 12-19-2. But they are the reigning American League East champions. They won the ALDS, but got swept in the ALCS. And all of the games were really close. They just got shut down by the Kansas City Royal pitching. When they won the ALDS, people figured, well, Buck Showalter was finally going to get a chance to go to the World Series. But the Royals had other ideas.
Yeah, they swept the Tigers out. And then they in turn got swept by primarily the Kansas City bullpen. Didn't give them anything.
Now, this is a different team for the O's. No Nelson Cruz, left as a free agent. Nick Markakis left as a free agent. And Andrew Miller left as a free agent. But they do have Manny Machado back, who was injured toward the end of last year. Chris Davis, who was suspended toward the end of last year. And they're going to get Matt Wieters back, hopefully by May.
J.J. Hardy should be back soon. He's going out on a rehab assignment this week.
Well, here's the money that took these players away. What the Mariners and the Braves and the Yankees respectively gave to those players. I believe the Orioles did try to keep all of them, but offered contracts much shorter in length than the ones that were essentially given out.
Yeah, in the Markakis situation, they were kind of worried because he needed neck surgery. And they only offered 3 years. And the Braves offered 4.
And then when you see the way the Braves have conducted business since then, you don't understand why they spent $44 million on Nick Markakis when they've gotten rid of all the salary on their team. Yeah. Both Uptons, they trade Kimbrel.
Yeah. For an older guy, on his back end of his career, nice player all the years that he was here in Baltimore. But I agree with you. That's a little curious. That although are they in first?
They're 5-1.
5-1. Go figure. Let's get rid of our closer and other key players, and you're in first.
Well, you're looking at Adam Jones, and if you come to an Orioles game the last 4 years, there's a good chance you're going to see him play. 150 games or more in each one of the last 4 years. So he's been a productive player, an all-star type player, one of the team leaders, and he's in there just about every single game.
In 2012, Kenny was in every game.
Grounded up the middle, grabbed there by Petit, no throw, infield single for Jones.
Well, Michael, as you're talking about the Orioles and the guys that left, in particular, Nelson Cruz, I think, is a good slider down the way. Nice hitting by Adam Jones. I just think this, if you look at this division, the balance, every team has its flaws, and I think the question is, will they get the offense from Machado and Wieters? And you mentioned Davis. That was basically their internal decision. You lose the home run champion. Markakis has been a steady player. And will they get that offense? That's the difference. Then we'll watch. But this was an offensive, strong team last year for sure.
Well, 3 years in a row, they've led the major leagues in home runs. They hit 211. This is a home run hitting ballpark. Here's Markakis' replacement, Travis Snyder. The Orioles got him from Pittsburgh in a deal.
Snyder misplayed a ball in right field yesterday that allowed 3 runs to score. And he's the DH today. Tap back to Pineda. He has one play. He makes it at first. Follow the New York Yankees all season in 2015 with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment and at any moment with in-game highlights, Live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today. Here is Manny Machado.
Now,
1 for 19. We told you how great he's been in the field, but the hitting has not come yet.
And Michael, we talked about Manny, but he's just about second quite a bit. And they're talking about replacing some offense. I think that's one reason why they've moved him down in the order, where he gets some more RBI opportunities. But as you said, it's kind of a cold start. 1 for 19. Had his first hit of the season yesterday.
You know, you talked about Adam Jones, who's at second base right now, Kenny, and then we're in the ballpark where Cal Ripken Jr. made history, breaking the consecutive game streak of Lou Gehrig. And then you look around baseball, and teams are resting guys in the 5th game of the year. It's like playing 162 games is completely foreign, and everything against every manager believes it. And they say it keeps players fresh. I mean, you look at the Yankee lineup today. Chase Headley had a great game yesterday. He's resting today. Stephen Drew finally gets a hit and hits a home run. He's resting today. And that's how Joe's always played it. And Joe certainly squeezes as many wins out of this team as he can the last couple of years. But the days of playing in consecutive games, they're gone. No manager will allow it.
I think one of the feelings is tired players create injuries. And so every once in a while, maybe it has a cumulative effect.
There's a base hit past A-Rod and down the left field line. Adam Jones will score. Machado's at second with an RBI double. Game is tied at 1.
Well, we talked about Machado. Maybe it's about time for him to get going. 1 for 19. He had a hit yesterday. Now he's got a, what would you call it, a mild 2-game hitting streak. This is a rocket by Alex Rodriguez down the line. The guy for the paper. Catches the paper but doesn't get the ball.
Now, one thing we noticed in spring training, that was a hot shot down the line. Scouts were saying this as well. Alex doesn't have any range laterally at third base anymore, and that's why he's probably best suited to DH. But with Headley having the day off, Alex will occasionally see time there, but don't expect to see the third baseman he used to be. That one is hammered to left field, and it is off the wall. Machado will score. Scope hustling to second, and he is out. What a throw by Brett Gardner as Petit makes the tag for the second out, but Machado scores. It's 2-1-0s.
Scope is, he wants this to be reviewed, the tag at second. He's still on the bag as if I don't want to leave, even though he's been called out. Let's see what Buck Showalter does from here. Great throw by Brett Gardner in left field. He got a tremendous carry. The ball was hit very hard. Here's the throw. The throw is in time. Let's see about the tag. Looks like he got him on the left hand.
And Showalter is going to use one of his
or maybe maybe he missed
one of his challenges, and that shows they might have missed him.
Different camera angle.
Well, the new process, guys, of managers not walking out there strolling and then looking back. They have to stay in the dugout area. A little quicker process, the whole pace of game thing that baseball's trying to incorporate. Nice move, man.
Oh, there's the glove. He's safe, folks. It looks like the glove went in between the two hands.
Well, the crowd watching the replay on the center field board, they think that he's safe. And that replay right there would indicate that he is, unless he somehow grazed that left hand. Umpire still looking at it, listening back to Central Command, which is in Manhattan.
And you can see right away, Scope raised his hand. He said he didn't get me. So he's signaling to his manager, review this one.
Yeah, I know it's bang bang, guys, but curious, Petit went after Scope's arm as opposed to slapping the base. Yep, we thought that'd be overruled.
So he remains with that challenge. That's the little tweak to the rule this year. You get one challenge, and you could challenge 8 calls, and if they're all overturned, you continue to hold on to that challenge. Here is Everett Cabrera.
Baltimore signed Cabrera after spring training had started, and it has proved to be a very prudent move because J.J. Hardy during spring training had to go on disabled list. He had a collision with Jonathan Scope, and he's been out with a shoulder injury. And they have a former All-Star shortstop who they've been using in center field, now playing short. They're trying to turn Cabrera into a utility-type player. But now he's back at his original position of shortstop. Usually when you score, you're looking for a shutdown inning now. And this particular inning, Pineda didn't provide it.
Swing and a miss. Two.
Yeah, you look at the way every inning starts, Kenny, and Adam Jones, nice hitting up the middle with the little slider, and then nice hitting by Manny Machado. Changeup that I thought was down, the double past Alex. And then Scope jumping right away, a fastball. So the rhythm of when any starting pitcher, as good as Pineda's been, the first couple innings to me is always a tempo setter as to what's working, what's not, the feel for your off-speed pitches.
Swing and a miss.
Good changeup.
You mentioned that's really made him a 3-pitch pitcher.
Oh, absolutely. Michael, this is a great pitch. I mean, look, when teams come in, they know that Pineda has a good arm. It's not 95 to 100, but it's above average, that low to mid-90s. He's got a great slider. Batting average against was right at about 200. If he trusts this changeup as he has in spring training, the start against Toronto and then here, that's 3 weapons. A good fastball both sides of the plate, and then it's early. What I'm saying about understanding or knowing what the hitters are doing and what works is which one that is better than the other, meaning slider or change in his case. A little first pitch slider. Get into counts.
The changeup works like a splitter without the duress on the arm, without the stress on the arm.
You know what, Ken? And I thought it was a splitter. The amount of movement that Pineda gets on, I actually thought it was split finger. It's not. He's got big hands, and he turns over what is a circle change.
His hands are so big, I bet you he could throw a splitter, too.
Yeah, I thought it was, but he says it's a conventional changeup.
So 2 runs for the O's here in the bottom of the second. They're up 2-1. Runner at second, 2 outs. And Joseph fouls it away, still 0-2.
And Joseph was supposed to be the backup catcher to Matt Wieters. And Yankee fans remember that Wieters had Tommy John surgery last year, and they thought he'd be ready for spring training, but then he developed tendonitis in his throwing arm, and they shut him down. So he's throwing again, not ready yet. Working down an extended spring training.
Swing and a miss. Blew it by him upstairs. Orioles 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 man left on base. Let's go to the third. 2-1 Baltimore. NYABaseball.com. Adrian Gonzalez of the Dodgers. Pretty good start. 5 home runs, 7 ribbies. Now, Miguel Cabrera proving to everyone that spring training is just too long. He didn't get an at-bat till about 2 weeks were left in spring training, and look how he started off. 13 for 25, 2 homers and 8 ribbies, hitting .520. Amazing.
He got how many at-bats?
I started taking, I think, he started playing maybe on March 20th, March 21st. So we just looked the 22nd because they played the Yankees shortly after that. So the 22nd of Sunday was the first at bat he had. They always say it's really your fault, Al, that spring training is that long. You meaning a pitcher. That hitters don't need that long. Gregorius with a ground ball to second. 1 away.
Well, that is true. To build a starting pitcher up to their opening day start in April, you got to get to that 85 to hopefully 100, but most of the time 85-ish. Oh, look at that. Is that a rocket? That is cool.
Here is Gregorio Petit.
Did you have a number, Ken, in spring training for the amount of bats that you felt comfortable?
I think it was about 70, maybe less than that. You know, just by the last, no matter how many at bats, it was last week to go. I wanted to be ready. Just let's go. I also wanted it to be at least 60 degrees up north, but that didn't happen very often. That was a changeup from Chen, who worked on a new changeup this spring, new changeup grip. And he says he feels more comfortable throwing it than he had in the past. He doubled up on the change and missed again.
Two 1-0s over the Yankees. We're in the third.
Now, he has a very smooth delivery. He's sneaky fast. And what I mean by that, he lulls the hitter to sleep with his windup just nice and easy. And all of a sudden, with the fastball. There's a flick of the wrist right at the end.
You know, there's really not a whole lot of moving parts. You're right, Ken. He's very simple with a delivery that's compact, over the top. You know, interesting changing of the grip of his changeup. Last year, he threw his changeup about 12% of the time. 321 batting average against. So again, one of those things. Chen's been how many years? 3 or 4 years in the big leagues?
At least 3.
3. You know, and you constantly tinkering. They're like up, down, out. Not much of a finish.
You peel it first, Gary Cederstrom.
Those are the numbers the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's a career high 16 wins last year. But I will say this, he got some of the best run support in the league.
High fly ball, left field. De Aza for the second out.
Petit just missed that one. Got underneath it just a hair. We'll take a look at the swing. Just a challenging pitch, 3-2, and he just got underneath it. But that's less than a quarter of an inch on the bat. That's the difference between the ball being driven through the air as opposed to popped up in the air.
That's the difference between a mistake of what you're trying to do and end up being favorable. He wanted that fastball away.
Grounded to first. Davis retires Ellsbury. Yankees go down in order 1-2-3. Beautiful night here in Baltimore. The sun is setting, but the game, we got plenty of time to go. 2 1-0s. Well, internet, 2 more night games in Baltimore on Yes, and the Yankees head to Tampa Bay for 3, and then 4 against the Tigers. Al mentioned tonight starts a stretch of 25 out of 35 games on the road for the Yankees. Here's Alejandro De Aza. 1-0. Did you ever hit the original foul pole from Memorial Stadium, Kenny?
That's it. I know at least one of those is the original. There's a plaque there. I don't.
That was it.
All right. Yeah, I hit it. Walk-off slam.
Did you really off the pole?
Yep.
How cool is that?
That does.
Where is it? Right
there.
Well, actually, it's not the right field. It hit the left field. I was batting right-handed.
So the one in left field is not from Memorial Stadium?
I don't think it is.
So you have that one in the house.
Yeah. Right after the game, I had him take it down and take it to my house.
I've seen your backyard. You could have a foul pole out there. 1-2. Fly ball. Left field. Gardner makes the play. Steve Pearce comes up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And today is Pierce's birthday. Now, Mark Leiter, Al's brother, his birthday as well. Did you call him today?
I did.
All right.
Man, when I look at that 52, I was like, gosh, I'm close.
You know what? Your brother was pitching in Montreal when I was doing games there early in my career. What a nice young man.
Thank you.
That's what I thought. He's certainly a lot less volatile than you are.
What do you mean? A little calmer?
Yes.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Now, someone who didn't play Major League Baseball. Ground ball to 3rd. A-Rod just gets Pierce, but is as important as anybody at the Yes Network. It's her birthday today, Ashley Fugazi.
Oh, yes.
So we wish her the happiest of birthdays, to one of the nicest of people. And this is her first birthday as a mom. So I hope little Sebastian got her something.
Happy birthday, Ashley.
Yes. Oh, boy. How helpful is Ashley?
It's time now for tonight's Power Report, furnished by Bob's. Everything's better with a Bob-O-Pedic. Find out why at mybobs.com. 80 home runs for Chris Davis since 2013.
Yeah, 53 of them came in 1 year.
Yeah, he did not have as good a year last year. Had the suspension thrown in, but he was not hitting well. And the drug that he got suspended for last year, he actually can take legally this year, but last year he didn't have a prescription for it.
Was it the Adderall?
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's a little different than Adderall.
Yeah, a little different than Adderall. But if you have a prescription, you could take it, and he didn't have it and still took it and got suspended for the stretch run and the playoffs. Now, Showalter was talking about that today. He said sometimes it rubs people in baseball the wrong way when somebody gets caught and they make an excuse. Well, I don't know how that got in my body. He said, Chris Davis said, yeah, I did it. I made a dumb mistake, and it's all on me. He didn't blame anybody else. He blamed himself for making a dumb mistake. Didn't try to talk around it, come up with an excuse, and he goes down on strikes. So Pineda on a changeup strikes out Davis. 1-2-3. We go to the 4th. Enjoy more shows on more screens. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. All right, 2-1 Orioles lead as we go to the fourth inning. It'll be Gardner, Beltran, and Teixeira against Wei-Yin Chen, 29-year-old left-hander. Gardner was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Count 1-0. Chen has never been great against the American League East. 11-14, 4.33. Teams outside the East, much better, 24-10, 3.55. Machado in on the grass at third for Gardner. And there's a strike.
He's got the Yankees that inflates his numbers, Michael, with 5.44 ERA and the 9 starts.
There's a bunt. Chen fields. Ooh. Just got him. He had trouble getting it out of his glove, and that made it really close.
Just a little further towards the line, and Brett Gardner would have had himself a hit. You know, this was kind of halfway between the mound and first base, and Chen able to get there. And then, as Michael said, a little trouble getting it out of the glove, made it a closer play at first.
Oh, I think Girardi's going to challenge.
Yeah, he's looking out at first base umpire Gary Cederstrom. Ooh. This is going to be interesting. Can't
hard
tell.
to tell. Maybe this one. Now it's within the glove, but it's not on the leather. So you would think that he's safe there.
It has not actually been caught.
Now let me further explain the change in the replay challenge rule. Last year you had 2 challenges. Now you have 1. But if you use it successfully, you keep it. If you are not successful with your challenge, that's it, you're done. No Yankee call could be challenged until the 7th inning when an umpire could do it.
Well, first thing, I mean, that's bang bang, is it in the glove? But what is Davis doing in the sense of where he's standing? Should be stepping toward the throw.
He should have his right foot on the bag and extending with his left foot.
Yeah, he's got crossed up a little there. Made it closer. See, he's got the wrong foot on there, and he's stepping the wrong way.
This is not a clear-cut overturn because you can't really tell when the ball is in the back of the mitt. It's actually in the confines of the mitt, but I don't think there's sound on the replay to tell you when the ball hit the back of the mitt. And I think that's why they're taking a little bit longer. This is not an easy overturn.
Yeah, the umpires on close plays like that at first base usually go by sound anyway. They listen for the mitt, and he's out, huh?
So that's it. Girardi does not have a challenge now. He uses 1 challenge.
Maybe the fact that it has to be clear cut to overturn.
Right. Here's Beltran. I think we all thought he was safe, but was he safe enough to overturn? And I think that's why they ruled that he was out. Beltran wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play.
I think on that last swing he got a piece of Caleb Joseph.
A friend of mine just reminded me, I want to clear up. We were talking about Chris Davis that he didn't have a prescription. What I meant to say was he didn't have an exemption from Major League Baseball for the prescription. So he had the prescription to get the drug, but he wasn't exempt by Major League Baseball. This year he is exempt, so for the same drug that he got suspended for last year. Fly ball left field. De Aza is there. Makes the play. Tomorrow night, catch the Yankees back on Yes as they play Game 2 with the Orioles. Coverage starts at 6 with outing batting practice today in the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then on Wednesday night, beginning at 6, catch the series finale between these two division rivals again, only on Yes.
Big slow curveball from Chen. It's a good pitch to get in the count for pitchers. Hitters aren't looking for that slow curve.
Teixeira is one of those hitters, though. He takes the first pitch quite often. He and Brett Gardner and Brian McCann.
Shift is on for Teixeira. 3 infielders on the left side. No shift for that. Deep to left field. That ball is gone. See ya. Game tied at 2.
Well, Yankees 2 hits, 2 home runs. Chris Young and now Mark Teixeira. Teixeira's 3rd home run of the season. And now he's got a 5-game hitting streak. High fastball, not coming back. And that home run ties Mark Teixeira with Lance Berkman on the all-time switch hitting home run list. 366. And you got some big time switch hitters ahead of him. Mickey Mantle, Eddie Murray, Chipper Jones, Carlos Beltran. Those are the hitters ahead of him. There we go.
Mickey's atop that list at 536. Strike 3. A-Rod down on 3 straight pitches. Second strikeout of Alex. But the Yankees have tied the score, 1 run on 1 hit. That 1 hit off the bat of Mark Teixeira, his 3rd home run of the year. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-2.
Change-up combination. Here's the slider, Chris Davis, nasty, down and in. The high fastball he's throwing. And this change-up right here, Everett Cabrera, change-up. You can see the downward bite to it. And back to Davis again. Good movement, and what really makes an effective change-up is the arm speed. We talk about it all the time. If you got a pitcher that has good arm speed on his change-up, it looks just like the fastball. He's got 2 different directions.
How was your changeup, man?
My changeup stunk. I didn't have a good. I couldn't pronate. I couldn't turn out. That's what makes Pineda's changeup so good. As you watch it dip, there's a little fastball, and his fastball cuts. Because I cut the ball. There's a four-seam thrower, and I threw a cutter and a curveball. Everything went in, meaning my hand went in. So to pronate and turn the ball out, kind of like screwball.
It was foreign. Right?
It was hard.
Well, Andy Pettitte, when he first came up, and Mariano, when he first came up, they both had great changeups. And when they developed the cutter, they talked about what you talked about, Al. You can't do it both because it's just completely foreign. You know, the way you hold it for the cutter and cut your hand, and the way you do it for the changeup, as Adam Jones is retired.
So what you're talking about, Michael, Kenny, changeup pronation. When you talk about it, when you throw a good changeup, as Pineda does, your hand pronates. This is pronate where you could go out. What you mentioned about Mariano and Andy, when you throw cutter in, curveball in, four seam, even though you get pronation, everything cuts. So it's hard to go this way and then be good on the opposite direction. It's really hard to do both. It really is. Guys that have good sliders and changeups, it's special. And I think really Michael Pineda has kind of figured it out because his changeup and slider combination is that good.
You create the scissor effect for the hitter. Right. Yeah, one's going one way, one's going the other. What did Yogi say when you get to the fork in the road, take it? Maybe he was talking about pitches. Just take them.
50% of the game is 80% mental. What was it?
Now, are any changeups out thrown because just straight down? Because you've heard it before. It's like pulling down a shade where you don't pronate at all. You just go straight down. Yeah,
but still, Michael, you're right. I mean, the whole pulling down the window shade. Right. That's the idea of trying to take velocity off so you don't reach out and extend. Okay. Have the wrist. That was a good pitch there. Wrist motion of a fastball. So you are pulling down, but ultimately when the ball is released out of your hand, you pronate and your hand goes out. If we can get, I'm sure we can, see some slow-mos of a changeup out of his hand, you'll see how much the wrist goes out. That's a changeup there.
That's a good one.
So I mean, Snyder's down on
the whole screwball thing. I think a Tug McGraw. Let's see here if we could see. It's just such good arm speed. He kind of throws over it. I think about my old teammate Johnny Franco. Watch here if we could see inside the ball and then the pronation, the arm goes out.
5 strikeouts, all swinging. That is really an effective weapon against left-handed hitters.
Machado RBI double in the second past Alex Rodriguez, who has been a mentor to Machado, who's from Miami, wears number 13 because of Alex.
Couple tight pitches there. Certain umpires will not call a strike if it's not where the catcher is or where the glove is. Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire, meaning you set up away and the ball is thrown inside. And I think it's wrong, Kenny. I mean, I know it's about presentation, but if the ball goes over the plate, it should be a strike. There are a couple of those pitches. Pineda was off. You saw John Ryan Murphy outside and he throw it inside and vice versa.
Ground ball to Gregorius. Backhand, sets, fires, got him. And Pineda has retired 8 O's in a row. We go to the 5th. It's a 2-2 game. Milwaukee. Corey and the gang from 5 to 9 on the Pix 11 Morning News, where every story hits home. Now we go to the 5th inning here at Camden Yards. It's a 2-2 game. Yankees with 2 hits, but both home runs. Chris Young and Mark Teixeira. And Chris Young will lead it off against Wei-Yin Chen.
Well, he threw him another breaking ball. This one was strike zone. Probably figured he wasn't looking for it after hitting a home run on the same pitch last time up.
Popped up. Joseph makes the play.
Now, one thing you'll notice is Caleb Joseph comes over to make this catch. You see the circle there outlined in the chalk? There used to be a rubber mat there, but last year there was a rainy game and Joseph came over and slipped and went into the dugout and he wasn't injured, but he could have been. Buck Showalter the next day said take those mats away, so you don't have them on either side now.
Also, if you remember, Kenny, when they opened this ballpark, the warning track used to be rubberized.
That's correct, yeah.
Which was very slippery as well. And that was probably the only bad feature of this ballpark, which is such a great, great ballpark.
Still is, too. I know all the new newer stadiums since 1993.
I think 92 is
92.
Yeah.
Well, the old story goes is that these blueprints for this ballpark were presented to the Chicago White Sox when they were building the new Comiskey. And they told the architectural, we don't want an old ballpark, we want a brand new type of ballpark. And then when the Orioles were looking to build a ballpark, they presented it to them, and the warehouse is such a great framing aspect of this ballpark. It worked beautifully, and that really started the whole trend of retro ballparks.
Between the warehouse and the people out there beyond the flag court and right field is Utah Street.
Murphy lines one to left field. It's a base hit. Cutting over is De Aza, and he will hold Murphy to a single.
Where's Boog Powell out there? Didn't he have his little
barbecue?
Barbecue.
It's out beyond the right field bleachers there.
There's Boog.
There it is, Boog's Barbecue. You know, a little bit further down to the right, you can see that sign on the warehouse. It says Dempsey's. That's Rick Dempsey's restaurant over there. He said anytime we want to call him, he'll run some stuff up here for us.
Gregorius fouls it back.
It's only the 5th inning. Go ahead. Where's O'Neill?
You hungry already? Is this O'Neill or Al?
O'Neill.
No, if it was
Kenny,
Paul,
O'Neill would be broadcasting from Dempsey's.
This is Paul. We'd be on our second course.
Actually, very, very good restaurant.
Now, Gregorius had a little bit of a tough homestand. Some base running blunders, held on to a ball that he should have thrown home to try to get one of the Red Sox runners on Saturday, and he started hearing chants, Derek Jeter, and he said, I heard him. He said, you know, what are you gonna, I thought it was funny. he certainly got his head on straight. I don't think stuff like that is really going to bother him, but you know, he wants to do well. He knows he's replacing a legend.
Yeah, what's going to bother him more than those chances having a homestand of 158 batting average as he did.
Yeah, 3 for 19.
He swung and missed a slider previous pitch, and Chen tried him again. This time he wouldn't bite.
I never quite understood the purpose of doing that to a player who replaces a legend. When the legend wasn't forced out, he decided to retire. It's not like the Yankees said, okay, we have Didi Gregorius, go away. That wasn't the case. So saying Derek Jeter's name only works against Gregorius, I guess. 3-2.
Because they're fans. They want the best. And if you're struggling, they're going to let you hear it.
Well, Tino Martinez got that same treatment in '96.
He won him over.
Right in on the hands, grounded softly to Davis. He'll step on the bag as Murphy goes to second.
We mentioned the fact the Yankees had 16 hits last night and the offense came alive. Every starter had at least one hit. But these are the situations that really get a team going. You get that 2-out hit that scores a run. That really gives a team a lift. It's nice to hit home runs in the seats, but that 2-out single that drives in a run that gives you the lead, that's big. Then all of a sudden you really start to feel, well, things are starting to come around now. Now Petit flied out to left his first time, but he had a good swing at a pitch and just got under it. So he had that one measured. Now he's got a hitter's count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Strong arms in the Oriole outfield, particularly in center with Adam Jones.
That's why runners in scoring position, 2 outs, as you're mentioning, Kenny. Pitchers, that's when you make your toughest pitch, when you realize that this is the difference, as you just described. The base hit to the outfield. Yankees go up by 1. 2-0 count to the number 9 hitter. Chen throws a changeup.
Petit's had some good swings against him. Comes with a reputation as a good fielder and plays short or second, and an aggressive hitter. But he's showing some patience here tonight. He got himself ahead on the count. Now things are even up. Let's see what Chen has in mind here. Is he going to try and trick him, or does he go to the heat? Fastball.
Yep. Protect mode for a guy like Petit. You know, if you're Chen or the pitcher, off-speed pitch has got to be down off the plate. But yet you're 2-2. You don't want to go 3-2.
And Petit down looking. No runs a hit, no errors. 1 man left at the end of 4.5, halfway through. 2-2. spoke about it. Opened when the ballpark opened in 1992. The owner is John Wesley Boog Powell. 17 big league seasons, 339 career home runs, and he won the MVP in the American League in 1970. He makes a heck of a sandwich. Get a sandwich and some chips.
He's normally out there too.
Yeah,
right, Kenny?
yeah. In fact, he personally delivered some sandwiches for Michael and I don't know if it was last year or the year before.
I think the year before.
Okay.
It was very good.
Well, you got it written in your book there?
When people deliver free food, I do write it down. Scope had an RBI double in the second. And a strike. Grounded up the middle. Petit right there. And gets Scope. 9 in a row for Pineda.
Broken bat off the swing by Scope. Orioles really like him. Good defender. Strong throwing arm. Has some power for a second baseman.
16 last year.
Yeah.
And they're projecting around 25.
Yeah, they've kind of changed the way he is approached, though, a little bit. We'll talk about that his next time up.
Cabrera shows bunt, takes a strike.
A couple of years ago, went out to the West Coast to San Diego, and Cabrera was playing shortstop for the Padres, and he actually led the National League in stolen bases in 2012, 44. Pretty good total. As we said, the Orioles are not a stolen base type of team, but he might be one of the few guys who, when he gets on, is a threat. Yeah, Buck Showalter, he knows he's playing in a home run friendly park. He's got a home run hitting team. Why take chances? Guys stealing bases, they get erased.
Swing and a miss. Murphy makes the throw. 2 away. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, April 25th, when the Yankees take on the Mets in the Subway Series, and enjoy a Yankee Stadium tradition, Bat Day. The first 10,000 guests, 14 and younger, will receive a Brett Gardner replica bat courtesy of Bank of America. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849.
Looking at Pineda, guys, just after that 2 spot that he gave up in the bottom of the second, just talking about his secondary pitches, when a guy like Pineda gets comfortable and gets the feel for the changeup and slider, his fastball has been cutting. That's a fastball that cuts. That's not the straight 4-seam. So he's got different direction and speeds. I mean, that's what, when he's on, what makes him really difficult to hit. You got a fastball that's in 90-92 that cuts. Good changeup that in this case is going down and into the right-handed batter.
There's a base hit to left field off the bat of Joseph. Cutting it off is Gardner. Joseph's going for 2. Here's the throw. He's out. Another good throw by Gardner. Last time the throw got overturned, not this time. Joseph trying to stretch it into a double, gets gunned down. 7-4. No runs, a hit, no errors, and because of that play at second, nobody left on base. We played 5 full here at Camden Yards. It's a 2-2 game. We go to the 6th because of that throw. JetBlue's award-winning customer service, you above all. All right, we go to the 6th inning. It's a 2-2 game, Yankees and the O's.
Here's a look at Brett Gardner's throw. He's going to toss out Caleb Joseph. It's funny because I was talking to Buck Showalter before the game about outfielders with good arms and how you might lead the league in assists one year, but you usually don't lead it again because third base coaches stop runners. Runners don't try and take advantage. There's the tag. Joseph is out. And Brett Gardner with 2 outstanding throws into second base.
You know, not only the outstanding throw, Kenny, but to cut the ball off where he does. His speed, obviously not getting the ball to the wall, enables him to make a better throw.
You know, some managers want you to be aggressive, even if you're thrown out. And Joe Girardi said that during spring training.
It's a good point because there were 2 outs there. He's trying to get in the scoring position in a tie ball game.
Fly ball left field, shallow left, and that is going to dunk in for a base hit for Ellsbury.
Now this is Yankees' first hit that hasn't, well, second hit that hasn't been a home run. Kind of squibs it off the bat, and it's going to fall in front of Diaza and over the head of Cabrera. Not enough airtime for either one of them to make the catch. So the Yankees have speed on the bases in Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury against Baltimore, 23 steals in 25 attempts. That's not bad. You can see he's wearing the guard on the wrist. Keeps his wrist from bending back, and if he slides head first, that's his reach hand, the right hand.
And a bunt. And they get Gardner at first. Ellsbury moves to second. They'll call it a sacrifice. 1-3.
Gardner last year tied for the league lead in sacrifice bunts. Now, he's not going for the base hit here, but he made it close enough at first base. Anytime he gets it down, the pressure is on. But he gets Jacoby Ellsbury into scoring position.
Beltran 0 for 2, wrapped into a double play, fly ball to left.
And you can see the effect of Ellsbury at second base and what it does to the defense, in particular to second baseman Stoll. He has to remain relatively close to the bag at second, but what that does, it opens up more the right side. If Beltran just happened to hit one that way, gives him a little bit more room. It looked like he was trying to hit that one that way.
Well, Chen just coming right at Beltran. 2 fastballs in a row. Protect mode here. Just challenging him.
Well, you know, to get a pitcher away from that, you got to hit one of these fastballs. You either got to hit it hard foul or just hit it hard to make it out. Then the catcher and the pitcher will figure, well, he's on this now. We better change to something else or mix it up a little better. But it's up to the hitter to make the pitcher adjust.
Held up.
Tough pitch to hold up on.
Yeah, that was he put on the air brakes on this one. Yep, he did hold. So that's how camera angles are different. From that angle, he looked more like he'd actually swung at it.
Well, the Another debate out there is how does a home plate umpire see the pitch and also see a check swing, and some thought of just deferring to the baseline umpires for that. Actually, the best angle is in the dugout, as you just alluded to, Kenny.
What do you think Buck Showalter would have said?
So this is a fight. This is good bat here. He's fighting off tough pitches.
Beltran's hanging tough, and Caleb Joseph. Let's see how we're going to do this.
Well,
this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
well, aside from what do you want to throw here, because they're basically going right at Beltran, all fastballs except that one slider on the check swing. But that's also Joseph wanting to change up the signs, bringing in Cabrera. Multiple pitches with Ellsbury at second base will change the signs. Fastball in off the plate. Yep.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat, as Beltran goes down on strikes.
Boy, that was a tough at-bat. Beltran fighting off the fastball, and here comes a changeup. Has not seen it in those 9 pitches. Beautiful location. Perfect pitch. This is a great pitcher's pitch.
Well, you're hearing boos, so Alex Rodriguez is coming to the plate. No, this is actually Teixeira,
well, it's
who
the same
also
thing.
gets booed here.
Yeah, he does.
Local kid who did not sign with the Orioles when he was a free agent. And the fans always greet him with boos when he comes up to the plate.
I believe he was born in Annapolis, which is the state capital south of here, and grew up in Severna Park, went to Mount St. Joseph.
Ellsbury leads off second with 2 outs. It's a 2-2 game, top of the 6th inning. There's a strike.
Teixeira's hit 3 home runs this year, all of them batting right-handed.
Two and two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. 2-2 game.
That's the caught in between swing. Hit a 2-0 count. Chen went right after him. Fastball down the middle. He took it. And now there's that good changeup that he struck Beltran out.
Now on deck is A-Rod, who has struck out twice against Chen and really has not looked comfortable at the plate in those 2 at-bats.
Let me ask you, Al, it's a 3-2 count. You got a base open. This is not an automatic fastball situation. And you got to realize that as a hitter. I think Teixeira is a veteran enough. He knows that it's not necessarily going to be the heat. And it wasn't.
So a walk to Teixeira, and that does bring up A-Rod.
This is close.
Favorable call. Let's see if it's in. Yes, it is.
Inside, but he went to the breaking ball. That's the first walk of the ball game.
Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire.
See Chen wanting that pitch close. But here he starts over again, as you say, Michael, with the 2 strikeouts to Alex.
Really looks off balance against Chen.
You know, some pitchers, you just don't pick up the ball as well as others. And
he had come into this game 2 for 10 lifetime against the lefty. One of the 2 left the ballpark.
Alex deep in the hole here, but he's had success here at Camden Yards. 31 home runs as a visiting player in this park. That's more than any other player.
Well, he's got a fight here. 0-2 count. Chen has shown 2 different off-speed pitches. This is where good pitchers will expand, at least for the next 2 pitches. Throw it off the plate somewhere.
High fly ball, shallow right field. Pierce is there and makes the play as Chen works out of trouble. No runs a hit. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. So the Orioles with a run in the 2nd and the 4th. The Yankees with a run in the 2nd and the 4th. The Orioles with 2 in the 2nd, and that makes it 2-2. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Yanks. 2 runs, 5 hits for the O's. There's the inner harbor, and there's Wei-Yin Chen, who worked out of a little jam in the top of the 6th, getting Alex Rodriguez on the fly ball of Pierce and right. So Rodriguez is 0 for 3 tonight. Top of the lineup now against Michael Pineda. De Aza will lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Alex in on the grass at 3rd. You know what's interesting? A lot of interesting things about the way Pineda pitches, but he throws 90 to 91. And it almost plays like it's 95. People are always late on his fastball. Is it because of the cut?
And
is he hiding the ball?
Well, he throws slightly across his body a little bit, Michael. But I think, look, he's a big guy. Yes, you can hide the ball, therefore be deceptive. And it is only 91, 92. And I say only because in the day where we're watching, every single night, you see 95 or 100.
There's a base hit to right field. That will go to the wall. Young plays it out there, and De Aza leads off with a double.
So I think a combination of deception, movement, but late movement. And then here's a changeup. Up middle, nice hitting. You can see De Aza was out in front, but because the ball was up enough, he kept his hands back. Nice hitting down the line. Young had a little trouble with it, but I think it was a double either way.
Here's Steve Pearce. He's 0 for 2. Fly ball to left and a ground ball to third. And there's a strike. Tommy Hunter, our throwing righty up in the Orioles bullpen. Squibbed right side. Bad hop on Teixeira. He recovers to make the play. And Pearce gets the job done, moving De Aza to third.
Well, off the end of the bat, a little cue ball. Had some unusual spin. You see Teixeira, this slider that's going down and away, inside out swing, trying to get a productive out or a base hit to the right side. Pearce was. You see the ball kick to Teixeira's right. Stayed down on it.
The Yankees will bring the infield in for Chris Davis. Pitch count's in pretty good shape for Pineda at 74 and out into the 6th inning. One and 0.
We have a good low ball hitter in Chris Davis, and late in the game, tie ball game. Pineda knows that run here not as only a run, but potentially a loss. So he's got to pitch this like it's a 3-2 count. It's got to be pitcher's pitch every time. They can infield pop up right now.
Well, first of all, Davis is a strikeout guy. You've already struck him out twice. And he's got a very long swing. He's powerful. But when he connects, he can hit him as far as anybody. But an awful lot of swings and misses during the course of a year for Chris Davis.
Two and one.
Well, he struck him out in the 2 previous at bats, one with a slider, one with a changeup. So both of his secondary pitches, Pineda, he got him out on swings.
Now the count 2-2.
Pineda with 6 strikeouts so far. 5 of the 6 have been left-handed hitters. And maybe just about, you said, 1 slider to Davis. Maybe
yes.
The rest of them are change-ups on everybody else.
Two. Missed inside. 3-2.
You saw the flash of a glove by John Ryan Murphy. He wanted the ball up. Davis is a good low ball hitter, but every once in a while he'll try and check his swing and goes around too far. He wants the ball up in here, try and get Davis to check his swing. And he's not as good a high ball hitter as he is a low ball hitter. He likes to drop the barrel of the bat down on the ball and lift and separate.
Swing and a miss. Got a big strikeout for Pineda. 3rd strikeout of Davis. Now 2 away with Adam Jones coming up.
Boy, that fastball in sets up this slider. Great break. You see the down and in break to Davis. Tough pitch, 3-2 count. That's a money pitch. This game here with 1 out runner at third base. Infield's back.
Got a tough hitter up here now, though. Adam Jones has been hot. He's very dangerous on the first pitch. Very aggressive hitter. You got to make a good pitch on the first one.
Tried to bunt. He had A-Rod back. Count 1-1. Wow.
You know what? I think this is a sign of respect for Pineda. That he's, you know, he knows he's tough to hit. He's got A-Rod back with 2 outs. I was just looking at the stats here. Adam Jones has only struck out once this year, but he's only walked once. So.
One and two.
You know, the formula for Jones is he's so aggressive that slider down and away, moving out of the strike zone when he gets to 2 strikes. When he first came up, that was the formula. Every pitcher, every right-hander in particular, seemed to be able to get him with that. He's gotten a little better at it, but still, this is a big situation. He might get him to chase that pitch again. Let's see what happens. Nope, they're going inside. They're not going with that.
High fly ball, left center, backing up Ellsbury on the track at the wall. See ya! A 2-run home run for Adam Jones. 4-2 Baltimore.
Jones' 3rd home run of the year, and like I said, he's been hot. He came into the game tonight 7 for his last 10, and now he's 2 for 3 tonight. What's that, 9 for 13? 9 for 13 with 3 home runs, and this one kind of right in the middle of the plate. Cutter that kind of hung.
Here's Travis Snyder. He tries to bunt.
Boy, that's a moment where you just second guess. It's a tough pitch for Pineda. He cuts the ball. You see where that John Ryan Murphy was setting up inside. If he had a 2-seamer that would run in on the hands, he's got such a small window against a good hitter than Adam Jones. Tough pitch. I know it's easy to second guess, but with his slider, and as you were describing it, Kenny, something down and away. Make a guy beat you the other way. Late in the game, a 2-2 game as it is, the pitch count's getting up. See where he wants it? Now watch the flight of the ball. It cuts, and he misses big time.
For him to hit that spot with that cutter out, he almost has to start it at Adam Jones.
Yeah, started Adam. I mean, you know, you see front door cutter, and Mariano started doing that later part of his career. Greg Maddox. It's just such a small window of execution for a very good hitter. He had 29 bombs last year.
Plus the fact he's warm right now. He's not going to miss too many.
Strike 3. Snyder down looking, but the damage has been done. Adam Jones hits his 3rd home run of the year. A pitch that went out and away, and he put it up and away to left center field. We go to the 7th.
hybrid. 4-7-0 for the O's, 2-4-0 for the Yanks. Young and Teixeira with home runs for the Yanks, each a solo shot. You've got Manny Machado and Jonathan Scope, each with RBI doubles. But then the tie-breaking blow came in the bottom of the 6th inning. Adam Jones with a 2-run home run has given the O's a 4-2 lead. And now Buck Showalter makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Chase, so you can easily master the way you bank. And the call to the bullpen brings in hard-throwing right-hander Tommy Hunter. The Orioles carry 2 lefties and 5 right-handers. This will be Hunter's 3rd game. And he will face Chris Young. Hunter never lived up to the hype as a starter, but as a reliever, very effective.
So
he's
right.
Closed, he's set up.
You're so right, Michael. Just looking at his bio when he came up with the Rangers and was a starter, just as you said, was not what everybody thought. But not only that, when he went to the pen a couple years ago and he got traded to the Orioles along with Chris Davis for Koji O'Hara, his velocity went up 5 miles an hour. You see that often.
And we saw that with the Yankees for a couple of players as well. Adam Warren. Velocity went way up. When Phil Hughes in 2009 went to the bullpen, his velocity went way up because you're not, saving it. Lined into left field, it is going to be a base hit. A base hit for Chris Young, who's 2 for 3.
Chris Young started tonight as a 300 hitter. Of course, this has gone up with a 2 for 3 night. Got jammed a little bit. Strong enough to get it over the infield and into the outfield for the hit. Leadoff single. One thing about Tommy Hunter, now he does throw hard, but he had a reputation giving up home runs. And sometimes the real hard throwers, they feel I can just blow it by anybody. And you just lay it right in there, and somebody, next thing you know, you got the next snap working.
Murphy takes outside. .95 on the outside corner.
Well, he's, the whole premise behind a relief pitcher, Tommy Hunter, is a fastball slider pitcher, 2-pitch. You can have something running away. A 2-seam fastball. So he's got the 2-seamer at 95, which if you have elevated velocity, which he's had since going in the pen the last couple years.
Count full at 3-2 on Murphy. And he walked him. So first and second, nobody out here in the 7th. Let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores brought to you by Dodge, Born Dodge. Home opener for the Mets. They win 2-0 over the Phillies. Pittsburgh finally derails Detroit 5-4. Boston's home opener at Fenway 9-4. Minnesota really having a bad early season. Their home opener, KC beats them, and KC's off to a great start. Milwaukee 5-4 over St. Louis, and Tampa Bay 2-1 over Toronto, top of the 6th. And that's the opener for Toronto.
KC hasn't lost yet.
Here's Gregorius. Does he bunt? No. Fouls it straight back here, just to the left of our booth.
Joe Espada going through the signs for Didi.
Now Showalter has up a lefty in case Girardi wants to send up a pinch hitter for Petit. And it'll be a good time to bring in a lefty because you've got the lefty you would send up, and then Ellsbury and Gardner.
It looks like Brian Mattis warming up out there. Yeah, it's him.
That one is looped into center field, and Adam Jones makes the play.
Well, he's playing very shallow to begin with for Gregorius. And that one just hung up enough for Adam Jones to run underneath it. Didn't have that sound as if it were driven very hard.
So Joe Girardi's going to send up Garrett Jones, the pinch hit for Gregorio Petit. And Caleb Joseph goes out and talks with Hunter. See if that's a stall to get Mattis more pitches. But Mattis isn't throwing. He's ready.
No move as of yet. Al, if you're standing out there in the bullpen, are you thinking, hey, this is my time?
Yeah. Why am I warming up? Well,
first one fouled away. And if you bring in the lefty, you're assuring yourself he's going to face 3 straight lefties.
And maybe it feels that a guy coming off the bench, a little bit cold, maybe Hunter can handle it.
And Jones is 4 for 6 lifetime against Hunter. So the count 0-2.
little hunch play.
The Yankees have actually had 2 pinch hits already this year, 2 in 6 at-bats. Petit had 1 and Chris Young had 1.
Still 1-2. You know, it seems like such a non-moves that you know, it's almost automatic you'd go to Mattis. But I'm sure that after the game, no matter what happens here, Showalter's going to have a reason and an excuse why he kept Hunter in.
Which one is it going to be, a reason or an excuse?
Well,
Depends
we'll
on
see
what
if we
happens.
buy it.
Depends on what happens, right?
Yep.
What do you say, 4 for 6?
4 for 6. Now,
Right.
maybe he knows every one of the 4 blue pits. I have no idea.
Or was it?
Could have been a long time ago.
Could have been in Texas when he was with the Rangers and some interleague game with the Pirates.
First and second, 1 man out. Yankees down 4-2, top of the 7th. 2-2 to Jones. That was 96 miles an hour. Joseph wants to talk with Hunter, and Cabrera also coming in.
You know, most of the time, maybe Kenny, you can help with this, but you know, pitchers innately are insecure. They think everybody's got a sign. They're relaying, but when you have multiple pitches with the same runner at second base, you know, it's not that creative. Sometimes with a catcher and a pitcher, it's first sign after 2 or second sign or whatever is decided. So Joseph felt like the need to change the sign.
Foul back here and into the seats.
I don't think I ever relayed a sign to anybody at home plate from second base.
There you go.
I don't think I ever did it.
How about location?
Because certain guys, they didn't want it. And never location. Nothing. I was worried about getting picked off.
High fly ball left field. De Aza makes the play. Tagging is Young, but he just draws the throw. So for now, the strategy works.
Oh, sitting down.
Maybe it's one of these, you got yourself into it, get yourself out of it.
Well, Tommy Hunter just went right after Garrett Jones. There was no trickery there.
Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. Popped up behind the plate and over the screen and out of play. Stephen Drew has come out on deck, which would lead you to believe there's something wrong with Gardner. Remember, he got hit on the right wrist for the second time in 7 games. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Eric Cooper.
After all the fastballs that he saw to Garrett Jones and the 2 right before that, good slider down the zone by Tommy Hunter. Tough for Ellsbury to hold up.
Soft ground ball to second, going to be a very tough play. Throw, not in time, mishandled by Davis. Everybody's safe, bases loaded. Schoop had to put so much on it that it handcuffed Chris Davis.
Yeah, and in a way, he's lucky he just knocked it down, and the throw was up near his eyes. If the throw was low, it might have gotten by him altogether. You're right. He had to get in there quickly. You can see Ellsbury get down the line. I think this is going to be a base hit.
It is.
In and out of the glove, and eventually it came down. So Ellsbury has his second hit of the game.
So now the Yankees have to go to Stephen Drew to pinch hit for Brett Gardner. And Stephen Drew, last night against the Red Sox, hit his first home run.
And now another fly ball.
That was off Clay Buchholz's first inning shot. Hit the top of the wall and went over.
Well, we'll try to tell you as soon as we know exactly what's wrong with Gardner. But you see that right tape wrist where he's been hit a couple of times, and that's the only thing that we could figure. So we don't want to guess, and we'll tell you when we find out for sure. This is what happened earlier in the first inning. And that black wrap is usually a compression wrap. Hold down the swelling. One and one to Drew.
That home run last night for Drew was his 98th career home run. So he's coming up on 100 homers. He's a few behind his brother, J.D., had 242.
Now, obviously, a better hitter than Drew is Brian McCann, but he is your backup catcher. And you pretty much empty your bench with that move, but also this could be the game here in the 7th inning. Drew has worked the count to 3-1 against Hunter.
He might take a chance here and take a pitch, thinking he might throw a ball before he can throw 2 strikes. Especially if it's not a good hitter's pitch. I mean, if it's right down central, he'd try and launch. But if he hits a corner, you let it go.
And he swings and drives one deep to right center field. Pierce back, still back, and that ball is gone. See ya! A pinch hit, grand slam for Stephen Drew, and the Yankees have taken the lead 6-4.
Well, like I said, you get one you like, 3-1, it's launch time. For Stephen Drew, his 99th career home run and his 2nd in 2 nights. And this one's a salami.
Try to figure this game out. Beltran fouls it away.
The target is away. The pitch was up and out over the plate. I think the difference was the pitch was up. And he was able to get on top of it, and it disappears over the wall in right center.
And what a mystery. Brian Mattis stands in the bullpen. I mean, you could have brought him up when they announced Drew. They couldn't make another move after that.
Yeah, a couple things there with Tommy Hunter. Bases loaded, a 3-1 count. You don't want to walk him. It wasn't his best hitter. And as you said, Tom, Kenny, that ball was up in the zone.
So Beltran is out, but the Yankees retake the lead. They score 4 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, a pinch hit, grand slam for Stephen Drew. It's time for the stretch here in Baltimore, and the Yankees lead this one 6-4. Truth in engineering. Now we're trying to figure out why Mattis wouldn't come in. Now Mattis pitched 2 innings yesterday against the Blue Jays, and the perfect time to bring him in would be to face that guy, Stephen Drew. And he just stood in the bullpen watching. So if he pitched too much yesterday, why would he be up? And the only thing we could think of, maybe Buck had him up as a deke, as a threat, but I mean, the Yankees are going to bring up Garrett Jones no matter what.
Right.
So we'll find this out after the game. Pineda's still in there, and Machado dumps one into center field for a base hit. That's Manny's second hit of the night.
Well, the Yankees had the bullpen going. I think in early going in the season, the pitchers are still building up their arms. And it's Dellin Betances heating up in the pen.
Now here's Jonathan Scope, RBI double in the second, grounded to second in the fifth.
And by the way, tonight with the 3 home runs for the Yankees, they've taken over the league lead in home runs. Just saying.
And a strike clips the inside corner. 0-2 to Scope.
Well, the Orioles have won tonight, so they're actually tied 12.
So 92 pitches right now for Pineda. Pitching coach Larry Rothschild keeping a close eye on his right-hander.
Good pitch. That's a pitch. That's the pitch he should have thrown to Adam Jones.
The slider down.
Slider down and away.
I mean, make him go to right field. Nasty. Look at the depth and the tilt on the breaking ball.
9 strikeouts for Pineda tonight. You can look back, but you can't bring it back.
When you think about the decision that Buck Showalter made by keeping Tommy Hunter in there, you just think about the value and how valuable having 2 left-handers in the bullpen. Brian Mattis, the only left-hander. Zach Britton is left-handed, but he's a closer, so you kind of eliminate the closer. And if that was the case, Michael, where get Mattis up, he threw 2 innings, it'll be a deke. As you said, Joe Girardi, he was going to. These were the moves he was going to make. He only had lefties.
You have Headley as a switch hitter.
Okay. Especially as it got deeper in the inning, obviously with the lefties that were pinch hitting after Garrett Jones.
Boy, what a bonus it would be for the Yankees if they could get Stephen Drew to hit like the Stephen Drew of 2013. So a homer yesterday, this big grand slam, that's got to relieve some pressure off of him.
I bet the Stephen Drew to play in Arizona hit 21 home runs one year.
Cabrera swings and misses.
Important shutdown inning here. And I think if he has a shutdown inning, this is going to be Pineda's last inning. They're not going to let him go much further than this. But he's up to 96 pitches.
Yeah.
3-1.
Threw 96 in his first start. So yeah, this would be his last inning. And boy, they needed that after that big 19-inning game on Friday night. Save your arms out of that bullpen.
Ground ball through for a base hit for Cabrera. Machado around second will stop there. Jones's throw comes in. So first and second, one man out. And that is going to do it for Michael Pineda. So Joe Girardi makes the call to the bullpen. And that will bring in Dellin Betances. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Chase. That's this Sunday at 1 p.m. only on New York's home for baseball. Picks 11. So Michael Pineda finishes with 9 strikeouts, didn't walk a batter through 98 pitches, 9 hits in 6 1/3. The 2 runners on base are his responsibility. At this point, he's given up 4, so he cannot lose the game. He can either win it or get a no decision. Here's Dellin Betances against Joseph. One and 0. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-4. Yankees lead. This will be the 3rd game for Betances. 4 walks in 2 1/3. Count 1-1. Both runners gave a great bluff off first and second when that pitch was delivered. You've got Machado at second and Cabrera at first.
Yeah, Machado, despite the fact knee surgeries the last 2 off seasons on both of his knees, has been running well. And he was thinking about going there. He's trying to measure Betances. And you have excellent speed in Cabrera at first.
Well, what we've seen from Betances in spring training and early on, the command is not the same as it was last year. There's a base hit to left field. Machado rounds third. They're going to hold him up. Young flips the ball into A-Rod.
Well, there's a certain level of aggressiveness from every pitcher. And you look at Betances, started off Joseph with a curveball, fastball, slider, and then back to his fastball. He's got a lot of moving parts, Michael, and when he's on, we saw what he did last year, one of the most dominating relief years for any Major League pitcher. Big leg kick, lands with an open stride. There's a feel and a release point that he has to get to.
De Aza takes low.
Last year he had 2 dominating pitches. The fastball routinely up near 100 miles an hour, and his breaking ball was very sharp and just about unhittable. As Michael said, the command has not been there this year.
Count 2-0 on De Aza. Machado's at third. Cabrera at second. Joseph is at first.
Well, this is a tough pitch here. 2 curveballs in a row to De Aza. Misses. Now it's a fastball count. You think that the breaking ball is going to get De Aza.
Grounded to second. Can they turn 2? There's one. On to first. Not in time. And Teixeira saved another run with a diving stab of the throw from Gregorius. So a run scores to make it 6-5. Now runners on the corners and 2 outs.
There was a tough turn there because of a few reasons. First of all, Drew had to go to his left. That makes the throw to second longer. And plus, De Aza has pretty good speed. Gregorius has a good arm, but he can't make up the difference. Longer throw to second. Throw is offline. I believe De Aza might have beaten it anyway. So it was going to be a tough turn. Ooh, and he might have got clipped on the left shin. And that's no added bonus.
So Betances against Pierce right here. 1-0. Pierce 0 for 3. Fly ball to left, ground ball to third, ground ball to first. Runner goes from first. No throw, so a stolen base for De Aza. That removes a force. Fastball in there for a strike.
Clips the inside corner for a called strike. Target was away, but this time he got the call. Even though Murphy had to move the glove to make the reception.
And Pierce walks. And the bases are reloaded. And that'll bring up Chris Davis. And that'll bring out Larry Rothschild.
There's nobody warming up for the Yankees right here. This is all Dellin Betances.
Watching Dellin Betances, you know, there's a certain bravado for every pitcher. For a guy that does possess the fastball that he does, as dominating as he was last year, in these few pitches here since he's been brought in, looks a little defensive. Through three breaking balls to Pierce, he threw 2 of the 3 pitches to De Aza breaking balls, and 2 of the 4 to Joseph. For a guy that possesses a dominant fastball, if you remember, it was really fastball, strike 1, strike 2, and put away with his breaking ball.
All right, bases loaded. Yankees holding on 6-5. Goes off speed, swung on a miss by Davis. We didn't tell you, Young's in left and Jones is in right. Drew took over at second base, so that's a new defensive alignment. The 0-1. Now 0-2.
So with the amount of breaking balls that he's thrown, he's feeling more comfortable, obviously, with his off speed than his fastball.
Well, he's one pitch away from getting out of this.
You know, when a pitcher is struggling with command, sometimes they have you throw the breaking ball because you really have to do everything right in terms of the mechanics, and maybe that gets you back.
It slows you down.
Yeah. The 1-2. He got him. A big strikeout to save the lead. The Orioles get 1 run on 3 hits, and the bases are left loaded. Got him with a breaking ball. We go to the 8th. ChooseNissan.com. Jacoby Ellsbury with 2 hits. Brett Gardner was hit by a pitch and then got pinch hit for by Stephen Drew, who then promptly hit a grand slam off the bench. Mark Teixeira with a home run. Chris Young 2 for 3, also a home run. John Ryan Murphy with a hit. And the bottom of the order, a combined 0 for 5. But the Yankees lead 6-5. And Darren O'Day, the new pitcher for the O's, and he will face Mark Teixeira.
O'Day was one of the stalwarts out of the bullpen last year for the Orioles. Here's Betances putting on the sweatshirt. Made 68 appearances, worked to an ERA of 1.70 a year ago. And you can see his unusual delivery. Particularly tough on right-handed hitters. And he's got natural sink by the way he throws the ball to left-handed hitters.
One of those hits was a home run by Jose Bautista yesterday, and the two of them have a history together. They don't like each other. High fly ball left field. De Aza is there to make the play.
There's a funky delivery from O'Day. I always think it's a good compliment, especially if you got a guy over the top, hard thrower. You see the sidearm delivery. good movement as a result of a lower release point.
Do you remember Dan Quisenberry?
Yeah.
They kind of reminds me of Quisenberry's delivery. He was a tremendous closer for the Kansas City Royals back in the day, and whenever he came in the game, we say, "It's quiz time." Who's got the answers? The late Dan Quisenberry, I should say.
Pitch to A-Rod's outside 1-0. Yankees up 6-5. The Orioles have out-hit them, but the Yankees have the lead on the strength of Stephen Drew's pinch hit grand slam. One and one. A-Rod is 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. You would think that in the next couple of days, A-Rod will not get the start because the guy who's going to be 40 and has had 2 hip surgeries has played in every single one of the games and has moved up in the lineup, has played the field, played first, now playing third for the first time today. Had him played beautifully. That's the second baseman, Scope. He gets A-Rod for the second out. Here's Chris Young. He's had a good night. Solo home run in the second. Fouled out to the catcher in the fifth. Then singled to left center and scored on Drew's grand slam in the seventh. Good start for Young. 385. 3 infielders on the left side for Chris Young. Watching the Sunday Night Baseball telecast yesterday, and they had a stat that the Yankees are the team that gets shifted the most on in all of Major League Baseball.
That could be because they play at Yankee Stadium and have a lot of left-handed hitters, and who are looking to pull the ball.
The 0-2.
And you got Showalter. The Orioles employ the shift quite a bit. Joe Madden used to quite a bit, so that in fact they said Joe Madden was kind of the one that started all this shifting. So those are division rivals. You play them a lot.
Swung on it, missed. And O'Day works a 1-2-3 eighth inning. We go to the bottom of the eighth. It's the Yankees 6, the Orioles 5, right here on Pix 11. Piazza with 2 hits. Adam Jones with a big home run. He's 2 for 3. Manny Machado's had a good night. Jonathan Scope with a double and a ribby. Everett Cabrera hit, and Caleb Joseph 2 for 3. Add it all up, the Orioles have 10 hits. Dellin Betances came on in relief of Michael Pineda in the 7th inning. Allowed 1 run to score, and then struck out Chris Davis with the bases loaded to end the inning. Pitch to Adam Jones is low and away. Chase Headley has taken over at third base for Alex Rodriguez. And that was lined to center field, a base hit on a broken bat. 3 for 4 for Adam Jones.
Breaking ball off the plate, down and away. Good hitting by Adam Jones. This was good location. Just enough, strong enough to get it to the outfield.
When you're hot, you're hot. You break your bat, you still get a hit.
Well, they're familiar with that guy here in Baltimore. There's Andrew Miller, who helped them sweep the Tigers in the first round of the playoffs last year. Signed with the Yankees as a free agent. Now here's Travis Snyder. Headley in on the grass at third. Not bunting, and the pitch up and away.
Yeah, he's the one who's been called upon to replace Nick Markakis, longtime Oriole. Snyder had a 3-run homer here yesterday against Toronto. But he was also charged with an error that allowed 3 runs to score.
Update on Brett Gardner. He left the game with a stiff right wrist. Remember, he got hit in the first inning on the wrist by Wei Yin Chen. He's going to have an x-ray, so that's what we know right now. So the Yankees will hold their breath on that. Two-1 count on Snyder, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Adam Jones leads off first, a threat to go. Got the fastball by him, 2-2.
2 95-mile-an-hour fastballs in a row, just going right after Travis Snyder. And 4 fastballs he has seen by it.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Got him. Great throw by Murphy to get Adam Jones.
Yeah, Michael, you're right. It looked like Jones had a pretty good jump. So that's 2 that have been thrown out tonight by John Ryan Murphy. Man, right on the money. He couldn't have walked it out there any better. And Jones is done.
Pitch was a ball, so 3-2 on Snyder. And that goes to the backstop. Snyder will take first with a walk.
Wow, big caught stealing now. I don't know if Betances would have thrown the 3-2 slider.
Well, with Machado coming up, Girardi doesn't want to take any chances. He can give him the lead with 1 swing, so he's bringing in Andrew Miller for what looks like it would be a 5-out save. as well. You have a right-hander coming up in Machado. And, Andrew Miller could get on anybody. You would never have taken Betances out last year the way he pitched for a right-hander. But, Joe's trying to win this game, so he goes to Miller.
Yeah, that's a complete feel. And you're right, Michael. I mean, you have the righty Betances, and if this was last year, there's no question he'd be facing Machado. He's got to work through it.
Now, last year with the Orioles, 23 games after they got him from the Red Sox. Look at the ERA, 1.35. He was practically unhittable.
Well, the Yankees are trying to win the first game of a series for the first time this year, just to get off on the good foot in a series.
Machado is 2 for 3 today with 2 runs scored, had an RBI double in the second inning. Singled in the 7th. Headley close to the bag at 3rd. Now the Orioles obviously know Andrew Miller very, very well. So they have a detailed scouting report and probably tendencies on him. Foul back over the screen. Yankees lead 6-5. The big blow for the Yankees came in the 7th inning. A pinch hit grand slam by Stephen Drew. One over the right center field wall. Three and one.
Not that Miller's trying to pitch around anybody, but you get in the fastball count. Clearly the scout report, as far as what Miller has shown, 3 sliders to Machado. Make a pitcher's pitch here in a game like this. If you end up walking him, start over with Scope. Perfect.
Manny's looking for a fastball there, 3-1.
Yes.
Now there's some doubt in his mind. Is he going to come back with another breaking ball?
Would you, Al?
I would. If I've established that that's the go-to pitch or out-pitch to Machado.
Swing and a miss, got him. Going with the fastball. 94 miles an hour. So maybe that doubt you were talking about, Kenny.
Yeah. It creeps in as a hitter. You've got multiple pitches going through your mind. Bam, just busted him inside. He couldn't catch up with it.
Perfect pitch. Or I'd throw 94 inside.
After falling behind 3-1, he made 2 excellent pitches.
All right, so 2 down, and here is Jonathan Scope. 1 for 3 with the RBI double in the 2nd. Grounded to 2nd and struck out.
That's a nasty pitch. When you got right-handed hitters and you're a left-handed pitcher and they have problems hitting this pitch, that tells you how sharply it breaks and how hard you throw it. That kind of brings back memories of Ron Guidry for me. I was doing just like that. Swinging and missing.
That was a fastball, 95 miles an hour. Along with Ken Singleton and Al Leiter, I'm Michael Kay. You're watching Yankees baseball right here on Pix 11. We thank you for spending part of your Monday evening with us. We've got a good one. Yankees 6, Orioles 5, bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, got him. Breaking ball in the dirt. Murphy gets an angle and fires it to Teixeira for the final out of the 8th. No runs to hit and 1 man left. Let's take it to the 9th. 6-5 Yanks. 6-5 over the Orioles. Outstanding work by Andrew Miller coming in to get the final 2 outs of the 8th inning. Nobody up in the Yankee bullpen. So obviously Girardi will have him try to close it out. Here's Murphy, who's had a very good game behind the plate with 2 caught stealing. Also 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored at the plate. Murphy did not feel good about the way he has been catching, especially the 2 games against the Red Sox. He had a costly pass ball in the 19-inning loss on Friday, and then mishandled a couple on the Saturday game as well. He knows as a backup catcher, you've got to do the job defensively. And tonight he has. Small crowd for the Yankees and the O's, just 21,633. And O'Day deals a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. O'Day came in and pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning. Tommy Hunter is the one who did the damage in the 7th. Wei-Yin Chen left after 6 innings with a 4-2 lead. Right now, Hunter is the pitcher of record on the losing side, and for the Yankees, if Miller can hold on, Michael Pineda gets the win. Now warming for the Orioles again in their bullpen is Brian Mattis, who was not brought in to face 4 straight lefties in that 7th inning. Gregorius, Garrett Jones, Ellsbury, and then the pinch hitter Drew.
Well, there goes the Deke theory.
Yeah. Strike 3, Murphy down looking, and he knew it. And here comes Buck Showalter sprinting out of the dugout. With Gregorius due up, he's going to take out O'Day and now call on Mattis with his team trailing 6-5 to try to keep it right here. And he now gets those 4 lefties in a row a couple of innings later. See what Mattis has done. This will be his 3rd game. Yesterday he pitched 2 innings. So you've got Gregorius and Jones, 8 and 9 in the Yankee order, both left-handed batters.
Here's a pitcher who started out as a starting pitcher. That's a #1 draft pick, University of San Diego. Eventually a move to the bullpen where he's had much more success. I think there's one thing you have to remember about this Baltimore team. We haven't talked about it much tonight. They have 11 players who could become free agents at the end of the year. So you talk about that proverbial window opening and closing. It might be closing a bit for these Orioles as far as putting up a championship banner.
Oh-2 on Didi. 0-3 as he goes down on strikes. He's 0 for 4. And here's Garrett Jones. So Gregorius certainly not strong out of the gate. Probably want to make a nice early impression. Homestand. Taking over shortstop of the Yankees, but he has not hit. And when he's been on base, he's been somewhat peculiar with some of his decisions base running wise. Shift is on for Garrett Jones. 3 infielders on the right side. Jones pinch hit in the 7th, fly ball to left. Now, if you want to look ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it's going to be Everett Cabrera, Caleb Joseph, and Alejandro De Aza for the Orioles. 8, 9, and 1 unless Buck goes to the bench. He's got Delman Young on the bench, right-handed batter, as well as Ryan Lavarnway, who is his backup catcher. The 0-2 on the hands.
Defensive type of swing.
The 0-2. Chopped slowly, right side. Flipping it with the glove and then running into Garrett Jones. I believe that was Scope.
Yeah,
no, it was Everett Cabrera.
Yeah.
So you score that 6-3 and a little bit of black and blue as well. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Will the Yankees hold on? They're leading 6-5.
to end the bottom of the 8th inning, but they were two totally different strikeouts. He had to come from behind to get Manny Machado, struck him out. Then he was way ahead on the count so he could expand and throw a pitch out of the zone to pick up the strikeout on Scope. 3-1 on Machado. He had to throw two very good pitches. Got him. Got 0-2 on Scope. A strikeout is not a strikeout. You can. There's different ways to get them.
Everett Cabrera will lead off. Takes a pitch out of the zone. Good news for the Yankees. X-rays on Brett Gardner's wrist came back negative. We'll see if he's in the lineup tomorrow night. The 1-0 to Cabrera. Strike from Miller. Another strike on a fastball, 1-2.
You think of when Andrew Miller first came up, he was a starting pitcher, and it just didn't work out for some reason. He found his niche in the bullpen. He's become one of the better relievers in the league. Over 100 strikeouts last year. That was way back when he was with the Detroit Tigers.
Well, there was some talk about sharing the closer role with matchups and things like that, but it's very clear the way Betances is struggling. Andrew Miller is the closer of the Yankees at this point. Trying to pick up the save for Michael Pineda. Fouled that one back.
You know, you mentioned about starting when he first was drafted and signed by the Tigers. Started there, traded in the Miguel Cabrera trade to the Marlins. Started. You know, you look at a guy like Andrew Miller, 6'7", throws slightly across his body, throws in the mid-90s with a wipeout slider. You know, the two-pitch pitcher, which eventually, if you're going to start in the big leagues, you really need 3 pitches. Like that's just on the guys. I mean, you could see how smooth his delivery. It shows 93, 94, but that looks a lot quicker. I like how he throws slightly across his body, which makes a better tilt on his slider.
Yeah, as a former hitter, he doesn't look like a fun at bat to me. You're not exactly rushing up there to hit against him. But in this day and age, you know, with the clock going, you got to get up there
and keep your feet in the box.
Swing and a miss, got him. 3 strikeouts in a row for Andrew Miller.
Well, there's that slider again. Andrew Miller has shown the combination of 93, 94, and then that. And the confidence he has in a 3-2 count. Facing the 8th hitter in Cabrera here. Pulls the string out in front. Nice pitch.
There's Joseph. And the pitch high. Delman Young has come out on deck to pinch hit for De Aza. Buck has 2 left-handed hitters on the bench, 2 right-handed hitters. But really 1 right-handed hitter because another one, as we mentioned, is the backup catcher. The 2 lefties are Ryan Flaherty and David Lowe, who just came off the DL today. 2-0 on Joseph. Joseph's 2 for 3 tonight. High fly ball. Center. Ellsbury makes the play. Yankees are 1 out away.
Well, Andrew Miller got him to hit it to the farthest part of the ballpark.
All right, so Delman Young will pinch hit for De Aza, and De Aza had a pretty good night, 2 for 4. Run scored and a ribby, and a stolen base, also caught stealing. Busy night.
Delmon Young, one of the better pinch hitters in the major leagues last year, 10 for 20 as a pinch hitter. Hit 500.
Drew shades up the middle for the righty swinging Young, who swings and misses at the breaking ball. So fastball, breaking ball, the count 0-2. And the pitch. Well, with another breaking ball, 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase.
Delmon Young has faced Miller once and hit a home run against him. So 1 for 1. That's the only body of work they have together. The 1-2. Did that get him?
Yes.
Yes, it did. So Delmon Young is hit by the pitch. And that'll bring up Steve Pearce. Now the tying run is on first base, and there'll be a pinch runner.
Buried a slider, back foot to Delmon Young. Got him right on top of the foot.
David Lowe is pinch running for Young. We mentioned earlier, just called up and not called up, but activated from an injury off the DL before the game. Pearce takes outside. .25 pitches for Andrew Miller. Pearce 0 for 3 with a walk. Now 2-0.
Well, there's definitely no give in here, especially with Chris Davis, the lefty on deck, who's already got 4 strikeouts. You pitch this pitch right here. If you're Andrew Miller, you're thinking an 0-2 count, make a good pitch. 2-0 slider.
Lowe is on first. Yankees lead 6-5. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Ground ball to Drew. Over to first, and the Yankees win a beauty, 6-5. Michael Pineda gets the win. That guy right there is the hero of the game. Stephen Drew comes off the bench to pinch hit for the injured Brett Gardner, and he hits a pinch hit grand slam. At the time, it gave the Yankees a 6-4 lead. Orioles scored 1 more, but Andrew Miller comes on to nail it down and give the Yankees their 3rd win of the year against 4 losses. Nice win for the Yankees. Joe Girardi pushed the right buttons today. Had a lineup where he rested some people. Drew was one of them. Drew came off the bench to hit that home run. So a big